Single-Humbucker. While the humbucker pickup was invented in 1957, this minimalist single pickup layout exploded in popularity during the late 1970s. By removing the neck pickup and its associated magnetic pull on the strings, the guitar gained slightly more sustain and a uniquely aggressive, unhindered resonance. Players who favor this setup usually rely on their volume knob and picking dynamics to shape their tone, making it a favorite for straightforward rock and punk styles. This no-nonsense approach was heavily championed by modern rock icons like Eddie Van Halen and Tom DeLonge. SS, introduced to the world in 1950 with the release of the Fender Broadcaster and subsequent Telecaster, this configuration stands for two single-coil pickups. The bridge pickup provides a sharp, biting twang that cuts through any mix, while the neck pickup offers a warm, rounded sound ideal for rhythm playing or smooth blues leads. When both are activated together, they create a distinct, slightly hollowed-out middle tone that became the signature sound of countless records. This timeless pairing remains the ultimate workhorse setup for legendary artists like Bruce Springsteen and Brad Paisley. SSS. Debuting in 1954 alongside the revolutionary Fender Stratocaster, this layout represents three distinct single-coil pickups. The addition of a middle pickup unlocks a whole new palette of sounds, specifically the iconic in-between positions on a five-way switch that combine the middle pickup with either the bridge or neck. These combined positions produce a distinctive quack and chime that define the tones of surf rock, funk, and electric blues. The expressive, vocal-like qualities of this configuration were immortalized by guitar deities like Jimi Hendrix and Stevie Ray Vaughan. H.H. Cemented in music history in 1957 when Gibson added Seth Lover's new humbucking invention to the Les Paul standard, this arrangement stands for dual humbuckers. These pickups were originally designed to eliminate the electronic hum inherent in single coils, but they also produced a thicker, louder, and darker sound in the process. Having one at the bridge for aggressive, articulate riffing and one at the neck for creamy lead tones provides a powerful versatility that became the foundation of hard rock. Iconic riff masters like Jimmy Page and Slash relied entirely on this heavy, roaring configuration. HSS. Emerging in the late 1970s as session musicians began modifying their instruments, this setup places a humbucker in the bridge position alongside single coils in the middle and neck. These working players needed the biting power of a humbucker for distorted solos without sacrificing the classic bell-like cleans of single coils for rhythm parts. This makes it arguably the most versatile layout available, capable of covering almost any musical genre with a single instrument. Studio legends and tone perfectionists like Steve Lukather and Andy Timmons have made this highly adaptable configuration their primary choice. HSH. First gaining massive mainstream attention in 1987 with the release of the Ibanez Gem, this layout features a humbucker at the neck, a single coil in the middle, and another humbucker at the bridge. By utilizing advanced wiring and a five-way switch, players can access thick humbucking tones for high-gain playing while also splitting the humbuckers to combine with the middle single coil for sparkling, clean sounds. This maximized tonal toolkit became the absolute standard for technical virtuosos and instrumental pioneers like Steve Vai and Guthrie Govan. HS. Officially introduced by Fender in 1972 on the Telecaster Custom, this layout pairs a humbucker at the neck with a single coil at the bridge to create an instrument of extreme sonic contrasts. It sought to offer the thick, muscular rock tones of a Gibson while retaining the sweet, clear articulation of a traditional Fender bridge pickup. While less common than other layouts, it provides a highly practical toolkit for players who need warm, pristine cleans alongside bright, twangy rhythms in one guitar. This distinct split personality has been favored by rhythmic innovators like Andy Summers and Albert Collins. Single Single-Coil. Introduced to the mass market in 1950 with the Fender Esquire, this minimalist approach features just one magnetic pickup mounted at the bridge. Stripping away the neck pickup removes additional magnetic pull on the strings, resulting in a highly resonant and lively acoustic property. Players are forced to rely heavily on their volume and tone knobs, alongside right-hand picking dynamics, to coax out a surprisingly wide variety of raw cutting tones. This stripped-back configuration has been famously utilized by legendary guitarists like Syd Barrett and Jeff Beck. Triple humbucker. First introduced in 1957 on the Gibson Les Paul Custom, this layout crams 3 dual-coil pickups into a single instrument. The original goal was to offer guitarists an incredibly thick, warm sound with unmatched tonal flexibility. While it looks visually striking and provides a very dense, heavy mid-range, players often have to adjust their picking technique to avoid hitting the middle pickup. The rich, powerful tones of this 3-pickup arrangement became iconic in the hands of classic rock legends like Peter Frampton and Jimmy Page. Piezo. Adapted for solid-body electric guitars primarily in the late 1980s and 90s, this system relies on a crystalline contact pickup usually hidden directly inside the bridge saddles. It functions by sensing the physical vibrations of the strings and the wood itself rather than magnetic field disruptions. This technology allows an electric guitar to convincingly simulate the crisp, acoustic-like tones of an unplugged instrument. Virtuosos like John Petrucci and Alex Lifeson heavily rely on this technology to seamlessly switch between crushing metal and pristine acoustic sounds live on stage. Dual P90. Introduced to the solid-body electric guitar market in 1952 with the original Gibson Les Paul model, this configuration utilizes 2 wide-coil, single-coil pickups. The bridge position delivers a gritty, mid-range heavy bark, while the neck provides a warm, fat tone that responds beautifully to picking dynamics and volume changes. This highly articulate, unrefined roar became a staple of rock and reggae, heavily championed by legendary players like Leslie West, Pete Townshend, and Bob Marley. Dual Filter Tron. Introduced in 1957 on high-end Gretsch models like the White Falcon and Country Gentleman. This arrangement utilizes 2 specialized dual-coil pickups. They were designed to cancel electrical noise like a standard humbucker, but their unique construction allows them to retain a bright, sparkling top end and a remarkably tight, punchy bass response. This distinct, chime-heavy sound became the foundational tone of rockabilly, immortalized by influential artists like Chet Atkins, George Harrison, and Brian Setzer.